Hey guys, Quigon Quasar here back again with another Mass Effect Andromeda video, and I thought I would play a multiplayer match, a gold multiplayer match in the newly fixed Mass Effect Andromeda. The servers have, as far as I can tell, been fixed. One of the things in the patch notes that they released of this new patch is that they have fixed the lag. Well, they've done a lot of work on the lag. You're probably still going to get some lag every now and then. No game's immune to it, but as far as I can tell, they have massively improved the lag. Now, I've done a complete breakdown, complete summary of all of the patch notes and all the changes made in this new patch to Mass Effect Andromeda. So go check that out if you are curious or you're wondering about the changes or wondering what they've done. But I thought for this video I'd play a multiplayer match and just see if there's any lag, see if I have any problems. It seems pretty well, it seems like pretty good. Like they've done a pretty good job and done it's well done. They seem to have fixed it. They've done so many tweaks, so many changes, a lot of which to multiplayer. So definitely check out my video. I cover and break down all of the points and all of the things that they've changed. Damn, I'm getting wrecked. I have not played a gold match for a while. The goddamn servers would not let me play gold for ages. I for some reason I could never find gold matches. That was the one thing the game refused to let me play. I mean, bronze matches and silver matches still lagged out, but the gold matches were the absolute worst. The gun that I'm using now is actually the N7 Crusader. I believe it's the Crusader. I think it's the Crusader. I'm not sure, but that's one of the guns that they've tweaked in the patch, and it's like goddamn Christmas. It's Christmas for Mass Effect Andromeda fans, because they've increased the damage of this baby and turned it into a freaking beast. This gun is one of the best guns in the game now, at least in my opinion. It's really good. It's got like 800 damage, and it's got, I think, what, four rounds per clip? I think it's 4 rounds, but no, 5 rounds per clip. I'm using my max level human infiltrator as well, level 20 human infiltrator. Because we're on gold, I wasn't going to take any of my lower level dudes. And I thought, they've done a lot of tweaks. They've actually made gold, generally speaking, easier. They've made, massive tweaks to most of the weapons, made most of the weapons do more damage, apart from the Vanquisher, which they have nerfed. Again, I covered it in my patch 1.06 breakdown video. But they've done so many tweaks to the multiplayer. I just really wanted to jump in and see how it really feels. I haven't had a chance to sort of just play it and see how it feels. I did my patch breakdown video, but I was too focused on the details, reading the details out to you guys in that video. I didn't actually get to just see the way it feels, like Witness said. It feels better. I don't know. It's something. It's kind of like subliminal. I don't know what. It's very background. It's very you can't really put your finger on, one change that they made, just a bunch of them, and overall it makes for a better experience and a better game. Because it really does. I'm having a lot of fun on this. It finally works. The game finally works. I can stop getting, incredibly angry every time I try and make a video and the game decides to lag me out of a match. I'm sure that'll come. I'm sure they haven't fixed the lag completely. Because I remember in the Master Chief Collection, Halo the Master Chief Collection, they did some lag fixes and everything for that game, and that game's servers were terrible, and then it just started happening again, albeit not quite as badly, but all the server problems that game had started happening again. So I'm going to be sort of pessimistic and cautious before I start singing the praises of the newest patch. But BioWare has definitely listened to fans. BioWare are one of the best game development teams, best game development companies, in my opinion. For not just because they make amazing games, because I believe the Mass Effect games are the best of all time. Honestly, my favorite games of all time are the Mass Effect games. It's not just because of that though. I think it's amazing how much they listen to the fans. It's becoming increasingly rare that developers listen to their fans nowadays. I guess I don't know. With the onset of more multiplayer games, people tend to follow after Activision and people like that just ignore what the fans say. But BioWare, to definitely not do that, they definitely listen, and they listened really quickly. The changes that people wanted, they put into action within weeks, which is amazing. If you think about the amount of raw horsepower and work and manpower, rather, they haven't actually got horses working for them at BioWare. No, they've got people. The amount of people they would, the amount of manpower, the amount of employees they would have had to put on this new patch to put all these changes into effect so quickly, it's unreal. So thank you to BioWare. I don't know. I'm guessing some of the BioWare guys, you know, scout around the internet, see how their updates and patches are being received. And honestly, in my opinion, very well done, dudes. You're awesome as per usual. And they've done a really good job. They really have done a good job. I would advise all of you guys to go and check out the game. I know a lot of people sort of got turned off from this game, or at least the multiplayer, at least for a while. A lot of you guys said in my other videos, in the comments of my other videos, that you're not coming back to the game until they fix it, until they sort, you know, the problems out. And they have sorted out, so I'm hoping to see, you know, more players return to the game. More of you guys return to the game so I can play with you guys, got a better chance of getting put into a match with you guys. And also just, you know, an ever-increasing player count. One thing that I was scared of before was if, you know, we get new players in the game and, you know, people pick up Mass Effect Andromeda and, you know, their first impression of Mass Effect Andromeda and Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer is a bad one. If they, you know, because if they bought Mass Effect Andromeda over the last 2 weeks or so, and they, you know, oh, I'm really excited, I can't wait to play multiplayer, and then they got a multiplayer, and it just lagged them out of every match. That would be a bad first impression, and that would probably kill their impression of the game, and they might not even, give it back or not play it anymore, which would obviously affect, if that happened to a lot of the new players, it would obviously affect the player count, which, you know, a low player count is bad for everyone. A higher player count is always good, because it means everyone is going to be able to find more matches. It's always a good thing. A higher player count is always a good thing. No matter what game you're playing, well, or no matter what platform, a higher player count is always a good thing. And this patch obviously affects every platform, you know, the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So it's going to be a universally bigger and a higher player count, because it's going to fix problems on all of the, you know, it's going to fix universal problems on every single platform, which is awesome. I'm so glad. And they've also, another thing I mentioned a lot of these details in the video, but there's there's like freaking dozens, if not hundreds of details and things they changed and tweaked and improved in the new patch. But another thing they did was they gave you the option to turn off motion blur and depth of field. I've actually turned them off now. I don't know if it's like a subliminal effect, but it does seem a little bit more responsive, maybe. Like there isn't, I don't know, there was some frame rate issues before, I think on every platform. I know for a fact on PS4 and Xbox One, they had some like frame rate issues where it would like chug along and just struggle to process, at least sometimes. Maybe that was caused by the servers or something that can sometimes be caused by multiplayer linked stuff, but I haven't had a problem with that. I don't know if that's because I've turned off the motion blur or anything, but I just prefer games without motion blur anyway. Motion blur annoys me. It just gets on my nerves. I don't like it. I think it's silly. It's like, the film grain. I turned film grain off as well, because I think film grain and motion blur are the two most stupid ideas ever, and it's not BioWare's fault. It's not an individual developer's fault for including it in the game. I just don't like motion blur and film grain. It sort of operates on the assumption that you want your game to look, those two options, if you have them on, it operates on the assumption that you want your game to look like a film, or to look more like a film, whereas I don't think that's what games should look like. They should look as accurate to real life as possible, not look like films, if you get what I mean. So I'm glad that they put in an option to turn off film grain and depth of field. I haven't got depth of field off at the moment. I haven't really seen much evidence of that in the game, so I didn't really know whether or not to turn it off, but I have turned motion blur off, and I can tell you it looks a lot better. I prefer it. I definitely prefer it. It will also be good for people, with somewhat lower end PCs, if you want to turn those settings off. That will probably, save you a few frames and make your game a little bit smoother. Because I know motion blur and depth of field it's one of those effects that just, increases the load on the system, can sometimes make it so that you have lower frames. So if you're on like a lower end PC, you struggle to run Mass Effect Andromeda, maybe definitely switch those off. They might give you a few extra frames, and even on console, things like that do have an effect on console. I remember on The Witcher 3 when they gave you the option to turn off motion blur, and I can't remember what the other one is. I think the other one was chromatic aberration, maybe. I can't remember what the other setting that you could turn off. But when they updated that game and gave you the option to turn those settings off, it did save you like a few, like 4 or 5 frames on average, most of the time on Xbox One and PS4, which is, that's a welcome thing. I don't mind sacrificing motion blur. I don't even like motion blur anyway. I'd probably have it off even if there wasn't an advantage to turn it off, but the fact that you get a few extra frames, or probably do, is a good thing. I like that. It's a very good thing. Obviously, if PS4, Xbox One, or any, even PC, if it runs at a steady 30 frames per second, then you're not going to get, if it's capped at 30 frames per second, you're not going to get over 30 frames per second, is what I'm trying to say. But my point is, you're going to have a less of a chance of it dropping, dropping below that. Probably a slightly more stable frame rate if you turn them off. So I would recommend turning them off, turning those settings off. You probably won't regret it. I can't imagine why anyone would want to have motion blur and things like that on. It just seems, maybe, I mean some people maybe, but I just prefer to have them off. I would recommend you do it as well. For a slightly smoother experience, that freaking destroyer just got wrecked by someone's Angaran. Those Angarans, I find those Angarans look at it. I just love the way their like feet look. They just look so funny. They look like one of those poisonous frogs that can kill you basically just by looking at you. That's what the Angarans sort of remind me of, like tree frogs. Well, no, tree frogs aren't actually poisonous, but there's like, you know, the blue ones that just sort of sit in bushes and wait for people to lick them and then die. Those ones, the Angarans always remind me of those, they really do. And now that I've got motion blur turned off, I can see them slightly easier. That's honestly how I see motion blur. I feel like motion blur, well, it's blur at the end of the day. It makes it slightly harder to see. That's the way I sort of simplify it anyway. That's what I use to justify turning it off. Oh crap, we got frick. I'm about to get overwhelmed. But yeah, like I said before, they have actually made gold matches slightly easier. Well, they've made every sort of difficulty easier. Because they've increased the damage of most weapons. They've increased the damage of all powers as well, which is awesome, and obviously it's going to help out. The one thing I'm waiting on now, next, is Platinum difficulty. I won't go down Platinum difficulty. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, if you haven't played Mass Effect 3, in Mass Effect 3, and in Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, there was Platinum difficulty, and that was even harder than Gold. That was freaking brutal. Honestly, it was so hard. It was like super, super difficult. If you played Destiny, imagine the, I can't remember what they're called, the Nightfall strikes or Nightfall raids. The strikes or the raids that are made like super, super, you know, much more difficult. Imagine that, but in Mass Effect Andromeda, basically. But 10 times harder. Like, Platinum was freaking brutal. I remember Platinum being so goddamn hard. I would love to see Platinum difficulty be put into Mass Effect Andromeda, because it's even, you know, even before the update that, you know, that they've buffed all the weapons and everything. Even before that, when technically every difficulty was slightly harder because the weapons weren't as powerful and the powers weren't as powerful. Even before that, even at that time when, you know, before the update, I found that gold, once you know, if you're skilled at the game and you're used to all the controls, gold is quite easy still. Like, if you've got a good team and a competent team, gold is pretty damn easy. So I'm looking forward to them adding Platinum difficulty. I have no idea why they wouldn't, so I think they will sooner or later. I think they added Platinum difficulty at a later date for Mass Effect 3 as well. I don't think that was available at launch in Mass Effect 3. So I think I have a, you know, I assume they're going to be following the same sort of system. Crap! Oh, freaking hell! This is difficult as hell. They haven't actually tweaked. They tweaked the Ket. They tweaked the Outlaws. They made the Outlaws more powerful as a faction and increased their like shield strength and stuff. And in like shield regen speed. In general, it basically improved every enemy type in the Outlaw faction. They decreased the power of the Ket. And but they left the Remnant alone. The Remnant were, I guess, the chicken walkers, these freaking robot chicken dudes. They just left alone completely. They haven't touched it at all. So technically, these are the same dudes, that, you know, same power as before. Technically, though, they should be a little bit easier because the weapons, some of the weapons are more powerful, and you know, the powers, all of the powers in general are more effective. I think I can't remember what they said. I don't know what the figure was, but it was something. It was like 15% more effective overall, I think. Something like that. But you know, basically every power has been affected, and every power is going to be generally more, you know, output more straight up direct damage now. So technically this should be easier, but it definitely still feels difficult. It does feel difficult. What I said before, I still mean that, like, I still mean like it is somewhat easy. Like, it does get easy if you play like, say, 5 gold matches in a row. You know, you go on a super freaking gold match spree. It can get quite easy, you know, once you get used to it. And probably used to it, can get pretty damn easy. This guy gonna turn around so I can freaking shoot you in your bum. Yeah, there we go. Let's kill this dude. There we go. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. I am going to try and give you guys as good of gameplay as possible. Like I said, I haven't played Gold. I haven't really been playing this game that much because every time I've tried to do a video or even play a warm-up match or a match in my own spare time, like a multiplayer match in my own spare time, it's just kicked me out every single time. What the hell is that? That guy was just like freaking slow motion walking over the side. But thank God they fixed that the server issues, because I'm so happy to be playing this and not. Oh, goddamn, I got wrecked. Stupid walls got in my goddamn way. But I'm so glad to be playing this and not have to worry about, oh, halfway through the video, is it going to kick me out? You can go back and watch them on my, well, basically a lot of my videos, basically all of them. And I think in like 80% of my videos, it's got like lag issues, or like I get kicked out halfway through the video and I have to join a new match. It was so annoying. I'm glad that they've fixed it. Like I said, though, they probably haven't fixed it completely. They've probably sort of given it a partial fix, or done it as best job as they can. There is probably going to be some lag, especially if you're on, you know, like a slower internet connection. But they have improved it universally, which is awesome. I'm so glad. This gun is so freaking good now. It's so beastly now. Bear in mind, this is on gold. On the patch breakdown video where I summarized every change in the patch, I was playing a bronze match with this weapon, and I was freaking shredding. It was basically a one-hit kill on everything, like everything possible. It was a one-hit kill. It was crazy. Obviously, the destroyers took a few more shots, but even they went down really quickly. This gun is a beast now. I'm gonna get the hell out of here, though. I don't want to be the guy that keeps going down. Oh crap! Run, run, run! Freaking hell, I like this. Finally, I can play Mass Effect Andromeda again. It's honestly like Christmas to me, because I wouldn't make this many Mass Effect Andromeda videos if I didn't love it. So I'm glad that they fixed really the only issue I had with the game. I didn't have like any... I know some people, you know, they're like, oh, the eyes look too crazy. It looks like everyone's giving you the death stare. I don't have that problem. Even before they patched the eyes and made them more realistic, I don't really have that problem. My only problem was with the lag. I didn't think the eyes, the whole eye ordeal was that big of a deal. It's cool that they patched it though. Like, if you look back at how many updates and how many things they've improved and tweaked, and how many things they have listened to from fans, like how much of the player feedback they have listened to and taken it. Oh crap! I'm about to die. How much they've taken into account. It is insane. Like, it's crazy how much BioWare has really taken into account everything that the players have said as a community. It's awesome. It really is. And like I said, if any of the BioWare dudes, I hope they are. That's like the dream of someone who made Mass Effect Andromeda ever comes across my videos. If ever any of you dudes see this, just know that you've done such a good job. And I think I can speak for a lot of the community, really appreciate all of the changes. And how much listen to the players and to the fans. Because if it was just about money, if they were like Call of Duty, they just cared about the money that an update would make, I don't think they'd, release an update this quickly or a patch this quickly. I think it's really awesome how quickly they have released it. The game just feels more responsive as well. Obviously on Xbox and PS4, it's 30 frames per second, so it's not the most responsive overall, and it's not the most pingy and quick feeling, but it just feels more responsive now that I've turned motion blur off. I don't know, it feels slightly better in my opinion. Let me know if there's any sort of examples I can get of depth of field. I can't seem to see any sort of depth of field effects in this, and I've got depth of field turned on. Let me know if any of you guys think I should turn it off, or if you think it's going to sort of give me any advantages in frame rate, or if it's just better left off. I don't know. I haven't really got any strong feelings on that. I hate motion blur, I hate film grain, but I haven't really got that strong feelings on depth of field. Let me know if you guys think I should turn it off, though. That would be useful. Because if it will help my frame rate, then, I want as many frames as I can. I'm a frame addict. I'm trying to do some freaking damage to this dude. This gun is freaking beastly. It's not doing that much damage right now because I'm shooting at the shields of an enemy. Obviously, shotguns are never going to be that great against shields. But, been doing quite well. Considering on gold, it has been doing pretty damn well. That guy just got freaking wrecked. Calico, no, bro. Come on, get back up. I'm gonna wait for him to open his main cannon. Maybe we can use Calico as the bait. No, Calico. No, he's just hiding. He's like, no, please. And he's like, what do I do? He was just stood there in that corner. He's like, please help. Send help. What do I do? This guy just does not want to die. Look, it's shielded. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Before, when I was shooting right then, I got a little bit worried because I saw his health bar wasn't going down. I was like, is this more lag? Please do not be more lag. I'm going to wait for this dude to open up his main cannon, if he will. If he would be so kind. Is he going to? Is he going to? Open your cannon, my friend. Ah, screw it. Oh, I think he is. I think he is. Don't shoot me there. Shoot my friends. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Did quite a lot of damage to him. Well, freaking Calico. Does he not know there's a whole map that he could run to? He's just hid behind the thing. Come on, bro. I got you up. You got to get me up. Is that one of these guys that we're playing with? He's got a 21,000 Apex rating as well. 21,000. That's, for anyone that doesn't know, that's sort of your overall character, not overall character level, overall player level. And my Apex rating is 1,400. This guy, I don't know if it's Calico or anything, but one of these guys got 21,000. That is insane. That's the highest Apex rating I've seen in this game. That guy just got wrecked. Calico got his revenge. No more hiding around the corners for Calico unless he decides to get scared of this destroyer right here. Oh my god, Calico, you beast. Freaking Calico back at it with the freaking one-shots. Get wrecked, Destroyer. What wave are we on now? I actually can't. Oh, wave 7. Okay. I couldn't see the wave number at the bottom because the recording symbol is blocking it on my screen. Not very useful. It's not a very useful place to put it.
Get to the extraction site.
But yeah, the update has been, it's done everything that it needed to. They've done so many other things that I haven't mentioned in this video, so definitely check my video, like my full breakdown video of it out. They've done so many things to the single player, like so many, like it's insane. They've further improved like cinematics and everything. It is just incredible. Thank you very much, BioWare. And I love this gun. Like, I don't know which assault rifles. There is a list of like, you know, there is a list in the patch notes of exactly what assault rifles have been affected and, you know, improved and everything. But I didn't read it. I was impatient. I didn't read all of it. Like I didn't actually personally read through all like which guns have been affected, but it seems like a lot of the assault rifles have been affected. Not massively. Like the damage hasn't been up to like shotgun or sniper standard, but it has been up quite a bit. I'll definitely do some videos with the assault rifles now that the assault rifles don't feel like they shoot freaking foam bullets or anything. Now that they should do some damage. I don't know if they've just straight up you know, just increased the damage dealt by some weapons, or if they've increased some other things or changed some other things. The reticule, one thing I mentioned in my patch breakdown video is the reticule on this gun seems to be different. I think they've changed the reticule shape or the reticule sort of style of this gun. I don't know if they have. But I've used this gun a few times. I have used this gun a few times, and the reticule seems to be a little bit different of a shape. Crap, I'm about to get freaking wrecked. Holy crap, look at all that. Look at all those enemies just surrounding me. Please don't. Where's Calico when you need him? Come on, Calico, come and help me. He's rocking with the equalizer as well. He's doing pretty well to be not dead yet, because the equalizer is not the highest damaging of any weapon in the game. Just gonna stick a grenade to him, turn him into a unicorn, get wrecked. That's a very explosive unicorn right there. Come on, are we going to get full extraction? I would love a full extraction on gold difficulty. Oh no, I'm about to go down. I'm up in my shield. Oh crap. Oh my god, the freaking dude, the Angaran Avenger, just cloaked us all. We all just stood there. The remnants were like, where do we shoot now? Where are they? That was awesome though. We've got full extraction bonus as well, so I'm going to be rolling in the credits right now as soon as this load screen finishes. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely stop into this game. Like, definitely jump onto this game whenever you get the chance and witness how amazing it is now that the game actually works and now that the multiplayer actually works. It's really awesome how much they've changed. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. It would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. If you want to see any more of my content, definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.